Good evening.
Hello.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us. My name's Barry.
And I'm Jay.
And together we are Mitosu Crafts.
Yes, welcome to our channel. We're independent Stampin' Up demonstrators based in the UK. So if you live in the UK, France, Germany, Austria, or the Netherlands, you'll be able to purchase current Stampin' Up products from our online shop. Do use the current host code, which can be found on our website at mitosocrafts.com to receive a handmade card from us the following month, or any extra gifts if your order qualifies, in the form of free packs of gems, as well as exclusive tutorial bundle designed by Stampin' Glam Squad and the Global Creative Project, which is a PDF and video tutorial. We also give away the cards that we create during our live streams, so pop in a comment, say hello, and you'll be automatically put into the draw to win the cards. So yes, if you would love to see more card making and papercraft inspiration, do hit that like button and consider subscribing to our channel and hit the all notification bell to be notified when we're live, when we have new uploads as well on the channel. So before we do the random draw, we'll do some greetings.
Hellos. Yes.
Hellos. Yes.
Do you notice that he tries to get the hellos in really quickly before a lot of you get the names in? You notice I'm trying to draw it out a little bit longer so I can get your names in a little bit quicker.
That's already loads, so thank you so much. We have Anne, Karen, Janelle, Gian, Betty, Mandy, Lois, Sandra, or Mom to Barry, Cindy, Nani Shasha, Kathy, and Maureen. Thank you so much. Yes.
Wendy,
hello.
That's good. Thank you. I'm pleased you like my shirt. And good. That's my shirt is cool. Thank you.
Yes.
So.
Cool.
Yes. I thought you were going to say something.
I was
What were you
going to
say?
Yeah, it was a present from me. So, of course it's going to be.
A couple of years ago, I've just never been able to fit into it.
So well done. Yeah, well done for fitting into it. Yes, so the
We've
card.
got a few more names there. Say Connie.
Yes, hi Connie.
Linda.
And Sherry, hello. So the second card I created last time was this one, using, what was that called? Christmas cheer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Christmas cheer.
Is it
Christmas cheer.
The dice.
Will somebody correct us?
Using spotlight technique as well. So colored in blend. So if you haven't seen the video for this one, do check it out on our channel. And we'll do the random draw now.
So we've got a few in there. Valerie's in, Judy is in, and
Crafty Gal.
Yeah. Welcome. And it's nice to see some new names as well popping up, which is really nice to see. So thank you all for our regulars who stick with us and support us, and it's lovely to see all of the new names. If you are new, like I say, we give away the cards as well, which we make. So just by popping a comment in, then you're in the draw for it. So good. So we're going to do the draw. This is what Jay made on Wednesday. So we're going to pick that one now for everyone who come back and popped a comment below the video on Wednesday's one. And did you just refresh that?
Not yet.
No. One more name's gone in. So we're going to go over to that, and then we're going to crack on with tonight's live demonstration.
Cool. So good luck, everyone. Fingers crossed.
Who's it going to be?
Joanne! Congratulations, Joanne!
Excellent. Well done, Joanne. That card is working its way over to you. If you'd just like to message us, Barry and Jay at mitosocrafts.com with your address, and pop today's date, so the 12th of September, in the subject line and card winner, and your address in the actual body of the message, and we will pop that one in the post to you ASAP. So good. Well done, Joanne. So good. Yes. Congratulations.
I really like that card.
Yeah, it's a lovely card.
I did added splatter of Wink of Stella afterwards because I forgot.
Yeah, so there's little bits of Wink of Stella down here as well.
And also as an extra step, if you think that the memento is too strong, you could always use either a smoky slate or a basic gray, or overlay vellum on top, which is kind of cool.
Lovely. Are you connected to your Wi-Fi over there?
Okay,
because it's popped up with a message. Lovely.
Did you want the
well done.
Plug?
No, it's too late to connect that in there. That's fine. All right, so I'm hoping our internet is going to play ball tonight. It's just popped up with a warning, so we will, fingers crossed that everything goes to plan. So, tonight we are going to be working with, I did say to you, I think on Wednesday, I'm going to be playing with the Whimsical Trees. If I didn't, then I've imagined that I said that I was going to play with Whimsical Trees because Jay said, "Oh, we'd do something else." And,
yeah, I thought we were gonna do my gorgeous leaves, and I said it on Instagram, but that's fine. I can do that on Wednesday.
Yeah, so Jay do his gorgeous leaves card on Wednesday, but I'm pretty sure I said I was going to play with Whimsical Trees whilst Jay was creating. So here we go. I'm going to play with Whimsical Trees. So I'm going to do 2 cards. One's very, very simple, and it's a bit of a case actually. So I'm going to give a shout out to Katie Drew. It's the first card is based on an idea which she done, and I just loved it so much. I thought it was just so simple, and I'm going to change it slightly with some colours and add some different layers into it. But the principle behind it is absolutely love it, and it's one of the ones that just keeps on popping up on my Pinterest feed, and I loved it. So I wanted to show it to you just in case you haven't seen it. So
it's on Instagram as well, so follow.
Yeah, so Kate, I think it's Katie Drew Cards, isn't it? So check out Katie Drew, and she's got some amazing stuff as well. She's actually part of our Casually Crafting design team as well, which is great. So love it. But yeah, the first card I'm going to do is that one, and then I'm going to do a fancy fold for you or something different. So I was going to do it for Fun Fold Friday, but I'd figured I'm going to do it for you tonight because I didn't have a second card, and I thought, okay, it's there, it's ready. So we're going to do the simple one first. So let's grab my bits and bobs. So first things first is I am going to need to... Oh, I didn't bring down the original cards, that's fine. Oh no, I remember because I didn't actually do some layering.
Are you sure?
I'm sure at the moment. I don't think I need it just yet. I can do it from memory. He's trying to get me to.
But you need to show it later.
Well, you can bring that over at the ending, can't you? When you bring everything else over. I'm not taking a point for it. Shush, now you put me off. Alright, so I'm going to be using the Stitch So Sweetly dies as well, and these seem to be a staple with everything which I'm doing at the moment. And I'm going to be using this large rectangle which has got the scalloped and stitched edging to it, which is really, really nice. I really can't believe it took us so long to get these dies. I just seem to be using them on every single card which I'm doing. I just love it when you find a set which is like that. So that's that. I am going to... Because I'm going to be running it through the mini machine, I'm going to need to just cut the paper down to size so it fits through. So I'll just grab myself some snips. Actually, no, I don't need to. Did you not bring me the trimmer over?
No, you said you were ready.
Well, okay, I'm going to have to take one, but I do need the trimmer.
I thought you were already pre-cut.
He didn't bring me over my basic materials.
He didn't say.
He didn't do his job at the beginning.
Yes, 1 point.
That's fine. I will forget to give you your basic tools as well.
You normally do.
Rude. Alright, so I'm going to pop that in there so that can then go through our mini machine. Yes, the trimmer is quite important to today's card as well. So, yeah. So I'm just going to cut this one out. So I'm just going to run it through this lovely little mini machine.
Do you want food, babies?
They obviously do. So that's that, and you can see there you've got this lovely scalloped stitched edging right here. I can use this part for some colouring and stamping, so we can actually use that as the... That's okay, Mandy. I'm going to make sure I keep it at 1, so I hope none of you said 0.
4. That was the last time.
So that's that. Let's do some stamping here as well. I'm going to stamp the baubles, ornaments, whatever you want to call them. And I'm just going to stamp this on this one right here. like so. Okay, so that's that. And then I'm going to do a bit of colouring. So I'm going to keep the same colour which I did for the Fun Fold Friday just gone, because I think this is a really nice colour combination. So I've got myself some soft succulents, and I'm just going to colour in these balls here. So I'm not going to colour in the middle parts. I'm going to leave those whites because I think it still works fine without, and I'm just going to do basic colouring. I'm not going to do any shading on this one. I'm using the light on this. And we'll just go through. And the only difference I'm going to do to the colouring to what I did the other day on this one is I'm going to be using the I wanted to say retired colour then. What is it? Pale papaya instead of yellow for the hooks at the top, because I think it kind of keeps it subtle, and I think that works quite nicely right there. So that's good. So that's popped those to one side. I am also going to take myself some of this lovely glittered cardstock, so the Bedazzling cardstock. I will need to take myself a whole sheet though, because the way I need to cut it down requires a whole sheet, and then you'll use the offcut. So if we just measure this here, this was measuring 10.5 centimeters by 7.5 centimeters. So I'm going to take this to 11 by 8, just so I've got a little bit hanging over. So I'll take that to 11 centimeters. I will be flicking between inches and centimeters tonight, especially on the second card. I will be working with both, so I'm really sorry if I confuse you, because I work in centimeters, but the ruler is in inches. So yeah. So, and then that there is going to go through as a matte and layer, just like that one right there. So is that very glary on the camera? It looks very glary for me on here. Does it look alright for everybody else?
Do you need to clean your...
Is it a bit soft focusy?
Do you need to clean it?
I probably will do, but it's a bit too late to clean it. Okay, so I'm taking I've got myself here some Balmy Blue. Now I'm actually using, now this is what I like about this, the artistically inked stamp set, which we've got here, and it's going to be this one here. And when I saw this one, when I saw Katie do this, I thought, stuff, it's amazing, I love it. I haven't used this set as much as I thought I would, but this really works well with this style of Christmas card. So I'm just going to ink this up with Balmy Blue, and then I'm just going to then stamp this in the center like that. So you could quite easily knock yourself up some of these Christmas cards like this really quickly. Die cut yourself out your panels. You just got one stamp which is needed there, then you've got your ball stamp sets, and then that goes on like that. We then want to then take our sentiments. Oh no, I'm trying to ink with glue dots. It's because it's black and white. I just grabbed the first thing which I saw, which is black and white. And then I'm going to take Christmas, wishing you Christmas cheer and magical moments that last all year. I think it's a nice little sentiment. I'm just going to ink this one up, and I'm just going to pop this around about here. I just need to bring it closer to me so I can see if I can get this straight, and I'm going to pop that down there like that. There. I've gone a bit wonky and I pushed a little bit too hard on one side, but we will have to live with that one. So I'm just going to clear that one up. So what you could do if you're not happy with that is we could always get another bit and we could then cover it over with a sentiment panel. That may work. Let's just see that whilst I've got it here, and I'm going to be doing some die cutting. See, there's always a way. If you make mistakes, everybody makes mistakes and not happy with things, we can always get round it. Let's see what happens. That's better. And then what I would do, because I'm going to be doing some more die cutting, so I need to die cut out my baubles. I can take this one right here, which will then fit over that one. I don't know whether or not the smallest one will. I think the smallest one is too small. Yep, it is, and yeah. So we'll see. I will cut it out and we'll see what happens. If I'm really not happy with it, then I'll just have to cut another panel out, and so I can't use the back. That's fine. So let's do some die cutting here. So in the set you have also got these, and you have got the die for the ornaments right there. Why are you laughing, Jay?
Some guesses are 4.
Wow. A lot of faith tonight.
But mostly 1. Maybe because I did 4 last time. Or did I do 1?
I can't know. I think you did quite well last time, actually.
No, I did loads, remember?
So just going to add this in, line this up, and then I'll bring that in so you can then see it. There we go. Carefully place that down and snap that down quite quickly, and then run this through. I really like this die. I think it's beautiful. It's a really, really nice one. Okay, so you've got that one there, and then let's just have a little look at this one and see whether or not this, because it may, I don't want to just really take away from the stamped background, you see, so we will see. It's a bit of paper and it's a bit of ink, and it's not going to take me long to restamp it. So I would say if you're making bulk of these ones here, you would do this with your Stamparatus or some kind of stamping platform is what you would need, and then you won't have any issues with your wonky sentiments. So that's going to go over like that. Yeah, I think that takes away from the actual what it's meant to be, because obviously you hide the image, and we don't want to hide that image. So I am just going to just quickly run that through again, and then just do that properly. I blame the fact that I've got a big camera in front of me that I can't see.
It is hard.
Because I can't get over the top of it to look down properly. So I may just have to take it off camera a little bit just to line it up.
I could always do it for you.
No, because that will count as 2. And in we go again. Now I haven't wasted that, because what I do is I just turn the back over and then I just use the back part, which hasn't got the bleeding from the, well, there should be no bleeding on the back because I haven't coloured any of it, and just use that for scrap stamping, so it won't go to waste. So don't think if I'm wasting all that paper, because you've still got a perfect side there which I can cut out a sentiment, I can do all sorts with, so don't worry about it. So let's try again. Ink this one up. Down we go like that. I will grab my sentiments and let's see if I can get this slightly better. I am just going to bring it down a little bit closer to me. Okay, so it's going to be off camera a little bit whilst I'm doing this. I'm nervous now, I just need to double check that. Okay. And that's going to go in. There we go, that's slightly better. Which is that one there. Alright, we will then take some dimensionals, which I did have them here with me. I have both packets here. There they are. And I will need the minis for this one here. I will need my take your pick tool. Pop my lid in that before I go and drop something in it. Whilst I'm doing this, actually, I can then just pop this, start sticking this to this glitter, because we just need to let it dry up a little bit. So my question to all of you is now, what colour card base do you want? Would you like to see it in a balmy blue card base, a fresh freesia card base, or a white card base? So blue. Let's go blue, pink, or white. So it's balmy blue, fresh freesia, or a white card base. So let's just have a show you. So it's going to be on a white, like that. We have, oh no, sorry, I said it was mint macaron, so green, pink, or green, pink, or white.
What's the pink?
Which is fresh freesia.
I would say that's purple.
Or purple. I just think pink's just easier to write and probably see. So green, freesia, or white. If you want blue, then I'm going to have to ask for it. So whilst you're getting in your requests, that's drying up. This is here. I'm going to stick on some mini dimensionals on the back here and stick this in place. So I'm just going to stick that down like this and have that hanging. I'm not worried about it where it's hanging. I just want it just to go down like so, and just stick that on like that. I just think it's just such a simple card to do. So let's tidy up a little bit. Let's see what your requests were for cardstock. Then I cut that, and then I will move on to the second demonstration of this evening. Do we have a winner at all yet, Jay? A clear winner?
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blues.
Oh, the colour I don't have. No.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 greens, and then 1, 2.
Now my prototype, I did blue on my prototype, which is why I was going to change it for the actual video. So I can show you a blue at the end.
3 white, pink, 1, 2, 3 pink.
So it looks like green then, isn't it?
That's why I was like, why are you saying blue? Because your prototype is blue. Oh. I think you should go with blue.
Do you really?
Because look, one. No, kidding. Go with green, and then you can show your blue one.
Okay, I'm going to go with green, and we do have a blue to show you. Man, there's a die for the ornaments, just in case you didn't see that. I'm not sure whether or not you're... if you missed that, or if you're really thinking that I fussy cut those out. I didn't fussy cut them out, and I don't think I would even attempt to fussy cut these ones out. So, cut my card base down to size. And then that one there will then go on like that one and stick in like that. So I'm going against what everyone's saying. Everyone seems to want blue, Jay. I feel really bad. Let's go blue.
I think Mandy was joking with the fussy cut.
Let's go blue. I'm going to take a second point. I'm going to take a second hit because I think because I have used the blue on there, it should either be white, I reckon, or
blue.
White.
Two.
See, now Jay sabotaged me at the beginning,
No,
I
I
reckon,
didn't.
because I was sort of like, okay, it's blue. Should I do it in a different colour? And he kind of
I didn't even suggest blue. You're the one who suggested.
No, but you suggested green and fresh freesia, knowing that it was going to put me off.
Because you asked me, oh, but shall I do it in different colours?
Knowing that it should be blue, and you put me off because it looks better that way. There, I reckon he secretly sabotaged my thinking before I went live. There's one thing I didn't do, which I forgot, which I done on the original, is I gutted the. I did actually gut this card, that glitter, but I haven't done it on this one here, which I forgot to do it. I would say gut it so you're not wasting all of that lovely glitter. Now, if I'd done that in a fresh freesia, I would have used a fresh freesia card base. If I'd done that in mint macaron, and I would have used that. I should have just gone with my original, my gut, and stuck with it.
Don't be blaming me.
I am. I'm blaming you, Jay. You got into my head.
Because you asked me.
Yeah, you gave me wrong information.
Wrong information.
You psyched me out. There we go. There is card number 1. That was inspired by a card which was done by Katie Drew. Now, she kept it even simpler than this one here. She just kept it as a 1-layer card. I didn't do any of the layering. It was just the die cutting of the ornaments here. And that was what she done. So go and check her one out. And she did actually there's another 3 cards in her collection as well for these ones. And they are all amazing. So that was inspired by that one right there. What do you think? So good, we are going to crack on now. I'm just going to reset quickly and I'm going to then move on to the second demonstration, which is a fancy card. Now we won't, with the chances of being able to give this one away is going to be very slim because it's too chunky and you'll see why. So we do have 2 of these cards, so we will be giving away both of these ones here. That's on there.
Or you can make your own second part of the second part.
Or if you want the original one, you'll have to make the second part yourself following our instructions, because we definitely won't be able to post it to you. And now you're going to find out and see why. So let me just go on. So I have got myself for this one. Take my measurements here. I've got myself some Blushing Bride, and I'm going to be using this designer series paper right here, which has got the baubles on it, and I'm going to be using the back side as well. So again, another piece of paper where you can use front and back for this one. So first things first is I need to cut my cardstock down to size. So I'm going to cut this in half here. I'm going to cut this at 14.6 centimeters, which is 5 3/4 of an inch. Score this in half at 10.5 centimeters, which is 4 1/8 of an inch. And I'm sorry, the rest of it now is going to be in inches. Apart from when it comes to doing the designer series paper. I will do the designer series paper now. So again, you need to think about your orientation on this one here. So first things first is I just need to cut myself a piece of designer series paper, which is measuring, just have a little look at what I did. Yeah, which is measuring 6 inches by 6 inches. 6 by 6. So that's what you will need. And that one. And then you would also need a strip. Now this is measuring. Now this is where you need to make sure you get the orientation correct on this one, because on my prototype I didn't, and I've got my trees going the wrong way. It doesn't notice too much, but if you want it to go the correct way, we need to make sure that we cut a 1.5 inch strip from this one. I'm just going to do it from the other side. A 1.5 inch strip here, and then I take this to the 5 3/4, which is 14.6. So that's that one. Just need to give that a change again. Alright, so I've got that piece there. That one. And then what we need to do is we need another piece measuring 3 1/16 of an inch. Now I just need to make sure I get this the best way round. If I do this 3 inches this way, because this is 6 inches, if I do it 3 inches this way, I know that I'll be able to get 2 of these out of this if you need to. So cut that in half, and then cut this one down to 3 1/16 of an inch. So it's 3 inches by 3 1/16 of an inch. Because what we're going to be doing is we're making a box and a lid. So this is the piece for my box, and this is the piece for my lid. To get a perfectly fitting lid, you just need to increase one of the sides by a 16th of an inch. Alright, so have this one here, which is 5 3/4, or which 14.6 by 21, scored in half at 10.5. 6 by 6 design series piece of paper, a 3 inch by 3 1/16 of an inch piece right there. And then we can then pop the rest of that to one side. I would also need that glitter paper again. So I'm just going to get all my elements ready on this one. And I just want to cut myself off a bit here. Let's keep it simple. I'll take it to 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch, as I've been working in inches. So I need 2 pieces measuring 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. It doesn't necessarily, that's not a major issue if they're smaller, because it's going to go behind a piece anyway. And then I just need to cut this down to the 14.6 by 5 3/4, and 14.6 by 5 3/4, and that's those 2 pieces right there. Because what those 2 pieces are going to do is, would help if I didn't actually chuck away the piece which I need. See, it's those cars again. They wait until I do it, don't they? Because that's going to go behind these right this. Okay, so you just need a little bit to just shine through, but you need a little bit to stick to it. So I may as well go ahead and do that part now so that I can get nice and stuck, because there's nothing else which is going to be doing to this part. So a little bit of glue along one edge right there, Sorry, Mandy. Just seen your comment there.
Betty says, love how you say bubbles.
Bubbles. So that one right there. And then we'll just do the same for the other piece right there. Just think your card base is just your standard card base, and then your box is just a 2x2 box, but we need a 2-inch side, a 2-inch base, and then another 2-inch side, which is obviously your 6. So it's a 6x6, and then the lid is a 2-inch plus however deep you want it to be. So I've gone with 1/2 inch, so it's 1/2 inch each side. It does sound like a maths lesson, doesn't it? I thought. So that's that. So I'm going to just stick that to one side, and then that can then just dry up and get nice and set whilst we're done. Right, sorry, it's going to turn even to more of a maths lesson now as I now cut the rest of this. Right. I'm working in inches because obviously our ruler here is in inches on this. Now you can buy the centimetre ruler, but we haven't, so which is why I need to work in inches for this one to bring it down, so I get the correct measurements. What I want to do is I just want to line up along the short edge, and I want to line up at 1 inch here, and I just want to then cut down from, need to make sure I get this correct. I just need to pop some lines in here, and I need to then cut this to 2 1/4 inch. And I need to come down to 6. Sorry, don't quote me on that. I need to take it. It says it's to I said it's 2 1/8 inch. Sorry, down to 6 1/8 inch. So I'm just lining up the notches which you have on the blade with the 2 1/8 inch, and then come down to 6 1/8 inch. I'd much rather stop slightly short than to go too far, because we can tidy it up in a moment. We will then move this over to, let me just make sure I get this right, and then I need to then take this over to 3 1/16 inch, because basically we want to create a 2-inch gap on this, but the extra 1/16 is just to give you a little bit of room for the box to fit in. So if you haven't guessed already what we're making, this is a box and a card together. So that's, and then all I'm going to do is I will then take that to 2 1/8 inch on the long edge, and then I can then cut out this part. If you're too short, that's fine, we can go back in and do it, and then I will then take this back over to the same measurement as what I had earlier on, which was 6 1/8 inch, and then cut between, and that will then hopefully pop out, and I just need to just tweak this one a little bit. So I'll just take that back to 1 inch, and then just tweak that, and take that to 3 1/16. Right. If you find you've gone a little bit too far, that can be the back of the card. So we've just created ourselves a oh actually no, I did really want it to be that side there. That's fine. The box can be the opposite side. It doesn't matter. We will fold and burnish that one right now. So what you should find is that if you've done that correctly, you've created yourself a 2-inch by, or 2 1/16 inch by 2-inch square, front and back there. Okay. So that's that. Yeah. So that's going to be my front. So that's how it's going to stand up like that. We're then going to take the next part. Actually, I will decorate my card first, and then I'm going to move on to the box. So we would pop some glue on this one here. make sure I stick my trees up the correct way, and then we will then just position that down like that there. We can then take ourselves some scrap paper. So we've got a bit here and that bit which I had from earlier on, so let's see if that will be big enough for this. Yes, it is. So we're not going to waste anything. So that's the rubbish which I had from earlier. I'm going to stamp my tree here in mint macaron. So this is a very easy, it is quite an easy fancy fold card. It isn't one you're going to be able to send though. It is a card which you are going to need to have to give to somebody. So I think it's one of those cards which if you work in an office or your work colleagues, it's one of those cards which you can make. You can pop it on their desk or wherever they're working, and then they can receive it. It's definitely not something which you can send unless it comes with instructions. So like we've been to the flat pack stores and you've now sent them flat pack instructions because otherwise it won't work. Alright, so that's my tree done. I'm going to take the dots here and I'm going to then ink this one up in Blushing Bride, and I'm just going to line it over the top of my tree, and I'm going to go down like that. And I'm also going to do that in mint macaron, sorry, misty moonlight as well. And I'm just going to position that slightly differently. So I went a little bit higher last time. I'm going to come down a little bit, and then I'll do that one there, just so that it adds. You get a few different coloured dots in there as well. So you've got your mint macaron tree. You've got your Misty Moonlight dots and Blushing Bride dots. So which is those two. So that's that. That can then get die cut out, but whilst we are doing that, I am going to then just use another bit of an offcut. So let's see if I've got a spare piece. No, I haven't. Let's use this one over here. And I'm going to use the sentiment here, which is this one, which is "May the love of the season warm your home and fill your heart," which I think is quite nice. Nice sentiment as well. We'll ink this one up. Actually, no, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do this one in Misty Moonlight because then it coordinated. It coordinated with it. Right, and then I'll just pop that down like that because we're going to die cut this one out. So good. So, and I also need to do this. This one's the one which I need to do in Memento. I need to do my baubles again. And I then need to colour those. That can then just go like that. Let's do that again and just stamp that slightly better, shall we? Oh dear, I'm getting in a right pickle today. I would see what happens. So we are going to use the Stitched So Sweetly dies again, if I know where I put them. And I'm going to use this one right here, which fits this sentiment quite nicely, and then I'll use the dies, the Christmas dies as well for the bauble once again. I'll colour them after I've cut these ones out. So I just need those ones right there. Alright, so I'm just going to run this through the machine quickly and see how this goes. So that there, actually no.
here saying beautiful papers. Mandy says she's never made one of these cards, so might have to give it a try.
Yeah, this is literally the second time I've made this style of card. I've made my prototype this morning, and I'm making it for the second time live with you this evening. And it's one which has been on my Instagram feed for a little while actually. It keeps popping up, and it's Pinterest, sorry, and it keeps popping up now, or I keep seeing it because obviously I've liked it a few times. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to make it. And I was going to do this for your Fun Fold Friday this week, but you've got it now.
Will you do a blog post or a thingy for the measurements?
Yes, I will do. I will do a simple blog post with some pictures and measurements for you, just for reference. So that's that one done right there. Then I've got this one, and I will take my ornaments dies, pop that one in. And then just snap that down quickly. There we have it. I just love it. I really do like this one. So that's that one and that one right there. You know, I need to tidy up as I go along. If you know my type of style of craft, and I can't be like Jay and just I get in a bit of a tiz-woz otherwise. And it goes. So good. All right, that's that one. We'll do some colouring again with the baubles here. I feel like I'm saying baubles an awful lot.
I didn't think you would, but
I'm going to go with the dark this time and see how that fares. So that one. Let's go with the dark fresh freesia. And I would go with the dark soft succulent. This one might be a bit too dark actually. What on my original, or one of my ones when I was playing with this, I did darker colours than this, and I didn't like it because it hid the line art, and so which is why I've done more of these pastel-y colours or subtle colours. But I think the soft succulent there might be a little bit too dark, so I probably if I'm doing that again, I would go with that one in a light. And one thing I haven't done is I just need to cut out my tree here as well, which is that one right there. So we'll just bring in my mini Suki once again. So this is the box construction in the moment is so simple, which is why I'm leaving it until the very end to show you how to make a box. But let me know. Do you enjoy making boxes? Do you struggle making boxes? Let us know. I know most people struggle with the lid, and the 1/16 of an inch is the key to that.
you did a video, didn't you?
I did.
Was it a box?
It was, yeah. I need to revisit that one and do that one again because it was one of our very first videos we did. So it's got hidden. So there is a video which I've shown you how to make some simple A6 card boxes. If you look back, they're going a couple of years old now. So if you look back on our on our videos. There'll be one of some of the earlier videos which we did, and I did an A6, and I did it in centimeters and in inches. There is 2 videos for you with both measurements, and I explain how to get a perfect fitting lid on that as well. So what time did I make that? What time did I mention that? Because I'll try and make sure I pop a timestamp on that one there at 10 to, so I'm 50 minutes in. That's good. Right, so I will do the decoration here and here, like this, and then this is just going to then go directly straight down like that. So I'm going to grab my dimensionals again. So I need my mini and my chunky. So I'll use the mini for the baubles. I'm very conscious I'm saying baubles an awful lot.
What word?
Baubles.
I'm kidding.
And then that can then go on like that, as if they're hanging off the edge of the card and coming down. We can then use some chunky ones. So Jay's just popped a link, if you haven't seen that, he's just popped a link in the comments with the to the video. Is that by a link? Have you done 2 links, have you, for both videos?
I've done it as a search, so the
Oh, okay, alright, so that will open up both of them.
Both, yeah. And it's the first 2.
So take these ones off. The only problem with being a tidy-ish crafter is that you sometimes tidy things away, which you then need to then open up again, like I've just done with the dimensionals, because I need them once again, and stick on the back of this. So that's that one. Don't need them anymore, so I'm happy to send them back. So I think just on its own, this could be quite a nice card. If you didn't want to do the box in it, you could do this. You could really decorate this up with your tree. You could put a couple of ornaments on there. There's some other little bits which you can then add some design on it. So that's that. So if we do give this card away, this is all you're going to get because you will have to make the next part, because we won't be able to send you a box in the post.
So we have a few people. Mandy says never made a box.
Okay.
Betty said love making boxes. Sylvia as well, she loves making boxes and creating things. Dee actually loves making boxes and also make custom made for selling.
Lovely. Good. So yeah, so what we're going to do now is we are going to make the box to fit in this little home. So that there is the card in itself, but obviously it looks odd. So like I say, you can either just keep this and then adapt this design accordingly. Now when it comes to the box, we've already got our designer series papers. Remember, we've got our, this is for our box base, so we want this to be whatever it is. So I'm going to want this to be a 2-inch square. So we need 2, 2 and 2, 2, 2 and 2. So we need a 6 by 6. So we're going to score this at 2 inches, 4 inches, and then I'll turn it round and then score at 2 inches and 4 inches. Alright, I will construct the box and then I will do the lid for you separately. So we will then fold and burnish all of these score lines. I really enjoy making boxes. I think they are they're quite fun to do, and I like the fact that this is a box in the card. So once you've got your 9 squares here, now we now need to cut part of the corner ones. So what I would suggest you do is you cut down the score line down to the score line, so cut down and then notch in, and then just take a little sliver away. I just find it's just easier to take a little sliver away from this one, and then rotate round on all 4 of these squares. So you cut down, notch, and then take a sliver, take a little bit away there. Do it again. And this is the same principle for most boxes. It's easy when you've got a square box. It's a little bit, obviously the sides are a little bit different when you're doing a rectangle box. Like I say, watch that video, that may help you out. And then last one, we would then cut down the score line, notch it in, and then take away a sliver. All right, so that's your box. Okay, so this obviously is the inside, and then I'm going to then just pop some glue on these tabs, go round, trying to get them into the edges, but I'm not going too close to the edge, and I'm not doing too much that it should squish out. Just take your time when doing this and make sure that you just get everything which looks nice and straight. Because you've notched it out at the bottom, you can then position it so that you get yourself like a nice straight edge here. It should only take a couple of seconds really to set up, but make sure it is set up and you're happy with it before you move over to your next one, and then that way that one shouldn't move too much. So the Tombow glue here, this multi-purpose liquid glue, I think is actually perfect for boxes because it sets up quite quickly. There are other glues out there on the market which I know do take a little bit longer, and then you run the risk of it wibbling and wobbling, and then you get uneven boxes. But just take your time and just making sure you get a nice edge. When you come to the last ones, you want to kind of like push that one and that one in, just so that that one's in, ready. Pop some glue around, because if this last part is stuck out as we bring this in, you're going to struggle to get it in. So at least make sure it's tucked in already, and then carefully, and then just manipulate it if need be. If there's a little bit of a gap there, that's fine, don't worry about it. Just try and get a straight edge at the top there. So I'm just going to go around, and then with this last panel, it's now in there. So you can see if it was outside, you then have to probably manipulate it to go and get in. So just make sure that that last panel is in. Pop your glue inside. And then stick that down like so. And that there is a simple 2x2 square box. Alright, nice and easy. So now when we come to the lid, now if you were to do this exactly the same, keep it 2 inches and then your 1/2 inch, because what we want to do is we measure in the 1/2 inch down. So if we wanted it to be a lid which was exactly the same size, we would do it the same. So we would start off with a 6x6 and a little 1/16 of an inch. But all we want is we just want the 1/2 inch down. So we need it to be 2 inches. So you go however deep you want it to be, the 2 inches by however deep you want it to be. So I'm going to go 1/2 inch. That's 1/2 inch. 2 inches, which is 2.5. And 1/2 inch, which is 3. So I need a 3x3 piece of paper plus a 1/16 of an inch. So remember, this is now 3 1/16 by 3 inches. We are going to score this at 1/2 inch on all 4 sides. Because if you just did this as a 3x3, it will be exactly the same size as the card base, as the box, and it won't fit. So I'm still measuring it. It's nothing special, you're just increasing the paper. I gotta say it again, it's important, just a 1/16 of an inch on one side. Fold and burnish. Which I bet this doesn't work now. well, I've made a mistake or something like that. I get very nervous when I'm really confident saying yes it will work, and then
But you're always like, oh no.
I'm thinking, oh, please, have I measured it correctly? And then you just want to do like what you did with the first one, cut down the score line, take a tiny little notch out, return it, move it round. I'm not worried about this one taking a little sliver off the edge. It was only on the larger ones, it's just easier to manipulate it a little bit. Now you'll notice that I'm using the back side of this one, so we're going to have the nice pretty paper for the main box, but I'm going to be having the Misty Moonlight lid, which is why I've got the Misty Moonlight layer on the card here. So we're actually nearly finished with this, so if you would like to win the first card, then get your names in, and then all we do is we would then just pop some glue on here. You right?
Yeah, no, I was just looking.
Chase hovering is making me nervous.
Hi, Jeanette.
So a little bit of glue on that one, and again just take your time, because you spent all that time making sure you've got a nice box and your measurements are correct. And we see it a lot is that people do it, and then when they stick it, it's kind of you're over like that, or it's over like this, and it's not lined up, and it's not gonna fit. You need to just pay attention to your lines and how you're sticking it down. So just again, I say it again, take your time. And just hold it, and I think the heat between your fingers will then help that set up quite nicely. It's not too bad. You can see on this one I've left it on the outside, but it's not too bad. With the bigger boxes, that would be difficult to pop in. So yeah, and then there, and then so like I say, it's a card you give in person, or it's a card you give with some assembly required.
Yeah, Judy say table favors.
Yeah.
So it could be I guess you can change the sentiment to like name.
Person's name, so it could be like a little placemat. Yeah. And there we have it. So that's that. And now if I've got my measurements correct, this will fit on, no hassle whatsoever. And because it's only a 1/16 of an inch bigger, it doesn't fall off. Okay, now with my prototype box, I did actually do it wrong, and I made it a 1/16 of an inch bigger on both sides, and it comes off instantly. It just it doesn't even pick the box up. So if you do a 1/16 of an inch just on one side, so I'm being really, really gentle. It takes a little bit of, but it's not on there. It's not so difficult that it doesn't go on easily. So that is the secret to all box lids. 1/16 of an inch or one side only. No matter what size lid you're making or what size box you're making, it's just a 1/16 of an inch. Alright, one side. Do you think have I said that enough? So, and then that goes in like that. The best thing to do is to hold it closed, so it goes down onto your bits. And then as the person sees it, they have got themselves a card and a box all in one. And it just sits there. It just created a little table. And that 1/16 of an inch we made bigger for the actual hole just makes it big enough for the lid, because again, remember that's 1/16 of an inch as well. So you just need to make sure that you get it round, so maybe your baubles are the correct way up and your trees are the correct way up. And that's how it would be presented. So what do you think? I'm really, really happy with that. I really, really like it.
Yeah, Ina said, love the card. Crafty Girl said, love this one. And wonderful card. Connie says it's lovely. Joanne says, we'll have to try again. She does have trouble making boxes.
Yeah.
Everyone would love to see the measurements. Becky said, awesome.
Yeah, I will, because this is a tricky one with the measurements with the box. I'll pop the measurements down for you so you've got it exactly as it is. But there you have it. There is Let's just remove a stamp there. Well, you can kind of see it like that. That's pop that block behind. No, it doesn't.
Cute. Oh, I like that. Love the colors in DSP. Nice cards. So pretty. Beautiful.
Good. Thank you all very much. Like I say, so you can see this one is going to be very difficult for us to send out to a winner, but I do have 2 of our first card which we made, which is this one here. So we'll be giving both of these away, one today and one on the replay. Okay. And that's that. So, do you like? Well, I know you like. You've said it already. So good. Lovely. So we are going to just get everyone's names collated whilst Jay shows you some stuff. So it looks like we have got most names in.
Yeah.
Jay is going to show you some stuff, and we're going to pick a winner right now for the second card. Oh, we've got lots of names in there tonight, Jay.
Yes. So thank you so much.
You've been keeping him busy. Thank you very much. It means he hasn't been whinging in my ear.
Yeah, I have been more quieter than normal, I guess.
Thank you all.
So yes, so well done, Barry. Love the simplicity of that, but still quite stepped up for casual with the die cuts, and of course for Avid, great card and a box, or card on a, or a box on a card, or a box stand.
I think it's just a box card.
So yes, so I do have a couple of shares with you. So this one went on Instagram for the Insta Hop with Stampin' Up Demonstrator using gorgeous leaves, which I did say I was gonna show today, but I'll share how to create this on Wednesday. And just as a reminder, we do have our gorgeous leaves class on Tuesday. The worldwide option is still open and available to join us. This one went live on the blog this morning for the Sunday Stamping blog hop using scraps that we had for the beautifully penned. And as you know, on our stamp set cases, we have scraps of die cuts as well, which I used, and a matching treat holder. And I actually put in, I just used the scrap piece of DSP that we had, and actually used Barry's snacks on there, which is a Slimming World Hi-Fi bar, which is great. So Leslie, you can try this bag or a treat holder for your treats to give to someone as well. But yeah, check the blog hop. The theme is Celebrate as well, so for more inspiration by the design team.
Yeah, so I'm just going to go back. We've seen a couple of questions come through. So we had, who was it? Angie. We send, I know Betty has answered the question there. We send worldwide, so your name is going to be in the draw. Unless you don't want us to send you a card if you win, that's fine. Just let us know. But if we send worldwide, and obviously it's going to be this one right here, so which is easy for postage. So don't worry, it doesn't matter. We will send. We send a lot to America, and we send a lot to New Zealand as well. Canada. So we send a lot everywhere. There was also, what would you put in the box? Again, I would say yes, a couple of chocolates. So
and Lindt.
Those Lindor chocolates would be.
Put a couple of those.
You want to be careful with the weight of it though, because obviously the weight may, if you, depending on how you're doing it, obviously it acts as a ledge, but you can pop a chocolate in there, would work quite nicely. So like I say, you could always make this a little bit smaller if you wanted to. You just need to adjust your measurements to maybe fit a different box, but you can have one in there and have a couple. Yeah, you could probably get a couple in there, or you could get a couple of Lindor chocolates in there. I think would work quite nicely, or whatever you've got suitable. So I think it's more of like a little, like I say, it's a Christmas card with a treat, or it could be, I think so. You could have a wedding proposal card, maybe.
Diamond earrings.
With a nice. You can have a nice little jewellery box on there inside. So if you want to treat all of your husbands or wives to a nice bit of jewellery, there you go. You can present it nicely in a nice little box there. something sparkly.
Yeah.
So good.
much
I think you can put whatever you want in it within reason, obviously with the weight as well. So good. So I'm just because I've been talking a little bit. Is there any last minute names which
Val.
you can go? Val is in there.
Yeah, Val is added on, and I think that is everyone. So thank you so much. We'll
Just go through,
on.
and you've definitely got that one
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I've got everyone. I'm on it.
Last minute, that one there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
All
everyone's
right, we've
been...
got one. So Val Clark, you are the last name to go in.
Ooh.
So good luck. Right, we're going to go over and do the live draw right now.
So good luck, everyone. Inky Fingers and Hugs. Congratulations.
Well done, Inky Fingers and Hugs. That card, the first card, is working its way over to you. So if you would like to message us, barryandj@mitosucrafts.com, and we will send that one to you in the post. No matter where you live in the world, that one is coming to you if you would like it. Please pop today's subject line in there, today's date and YouTube card winner, to say it's easy for us to recognise. So well done.
Yes. Was it this one or the other one?
They're both the same, really. So I think it was that one there.
Yes. Congratulations. Cover my face.
So lovely. If you've got any questions about boxes, please just do message us or anything like that. I will try and write a blog post for it for you as well. So yeah, so what was that? There was a question there from D-Show as well. What name can we search for to get more ideas? Oh, what for the box? I think it was just a box in a card would work. And I think that was all you would search, and that would work quite nicely. It's lovely. Anything else you'd like to add?
Nope, I think that's everything.
Good.
Oh, just a reminder, I know I already said the Gorgeous Leaves class, but I have emailed the attendees already with the PDF and links to YouTube and the tutorial. So check your email if you are attending our class.
Good, lovely. All right, we'll be back with you on Wednesday, same time, same place, so at 7 p.m. UK time. And with that in mind, we will say good night.
Yes.
Tommy has just joined me right here.
Aww.
You're too late, Tommy. Are you going to say hi to everyone? All the new. This is Tommy. Say hi.
Suki's in the...
Suki's in the box in between us down there. There you go. And
she's got her own Stampin' Up box.
Yes.
And Minnie's just...
We'll show you for everyone else.
I think...
So we have...
She heard. She's just
me.
Here. There you go.
No, we have me, to Sue. That's our name.
So yes, thank you so much, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. We will see you again on Wednesday, same time, same place.
Take
Have
care.
a good week. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.